3, 2, 1, Live Limitless show. And today we are going to live a limitless life with Dr. Sunil Kumar. Let me give a quick introduction to Dr. Sunil Kumar. He is a medical doctor and a radiologist by profession, and he is also a healthcare entrepreneur. He is a founder of Add-on Scans and Labs in Bengaluru, and he is also an upcoming book author as well as an avid reader. So, and he also is the founder, and he works with Lending Hands Healthy Kids. This is a social organization that he is leading, and he is also the founder of Viveka Kannada Balaga. This is for rural development programs he is doing in his native place in Chikmagaluru. And overall, we have a medical doctor, an entrepreneur, and also a social activist, all put together in one package. Welcome to the show, Dr. Sunil Kumar.
Thank you, Ram. It's good to see you, and it's my pleasure to be in your show.
Fantastic. So, as viewers, we all know this interview or show is built on three sections. Built in three sections. The first section is I'm going to be asking three questions to Dr. Sunil Kumar here today, and then followed by two tips or resources he will share with us today, and finally he will leave us with a fantastic new resource that he has found so useful in his life or career. So let's start with the first question without much ado. Here comes the first question, Dr. Sunil Kumar. I know that you are a radiologist by profession and also a healthcare entrepreneur. Together, like, how do you manage to wear these two hats successfully?
Yeah, first of all, thank you for indirectly complimenting through your question. So let me tell you for your question as two hats wearing successfully, that is profession and business as well. So let me tell you what makes a good doctor. So first thing is competence. The second thing is compassion towards people whom we care. As everyone knows, medicine is an ocean, and radiology and diagnostic field is a very vast subject, and I am totally aware that it's not possible to master everything of what we do. So what I have done is I have focused on one area of radiology, that is ultrasonography, and I have mastered it, and I have built a competence over a period of time so that I can solve the patient's problem. Second thing, I am a lifelong learner. I can say I am a student and a teacher. I learn every day, I teach every day. So in our organization, what happens is all the doctors gather for 50 minutes every day, every morning before they start working, and they share their knowledge, they teach, and they learn. So this is there at every department. And whether I am there or not physically, I have set a system and a structure where a learning environment is already there, it's created. So that is the way we can develop our competence. And the second thing, I must admit that I am not a businessman, but on the same note, since I am a leader of an organization, I should ensure that the ethics and the quality of service is maintained at all levels. So in every team meetings, I make sure that I speak about quality, I speak about ethics, so that it sinks into every team member's DNA, so they deliver it. And being an expert in one small domain, you can create a lot many allied services around it. So that is one tips, which has helped us to thrive our business. And the other thing is a good marketing. Anyway, it's indispensable for any other business. So these are the things which are helping us to thrive our business, and I found this is helpful.
Fantastic. I believe a lot more people, especially professionals who are also entrepreneurs, would find this perspective very interesting. and useful, doctor. Thank you for sharing. So now, there's also, because you're a doctor, I want to ask you this question. There's also a lot of fear going on around, and a lot of concerns that people sometimes are directed towards doctor or hospitals. So how do you think this kind of fear can be addressed?
Yeah, it is very much valid question at this point of time. Uh, Apart from physical pain because of injections, interventions, or kind of procedures, definitely a lot of emotions people go through with the doctors or with the hospitals. And what I have noticed is with the middle income or lower income people, so the real challenge or real concern or fear is they may not be able to afford a good care in a good hospital. So we all know that, the expertise will be working in somewhere in a good hospital. So for that, it comes at a price, isn't it? So for that, they may not be able to afford. And if something happens, the hospital bill itself will take away all the savings, or it will push them into debt. So what I suggest is to get an health insurance for themselves and for their family, so that they can live in peace and they need not worry about the expenses what they incur in the hospital. So this is one category, and the other category is high income people who can afford with the money, or people who have adequate health insurance to cover up the medical bills. With those category, what I see is the trust with the doctors or with the hospital. They don't trust, they worry. So that is the thing. So now for them, they can seek help from doctors or people who they know working in the hospital, so that they can communicate better, and they can uh, be aware what's happening with their health and what is the best management. So the reference will be easy for them. So this is how the fear or a concern or anxiety can be handled.
Fantastic, fantastic. That's so important. Thank you for sharing. Because yes, people are first of all they are afraid of hospital bills, and second thing they are afraid of they don't know. Like they get anxious. Probably we all do that. And the ideas that you shared, I think they will help us in reducing the anxiety to a large extent. First of all.
Yeah,
So now,
especially what I have noticed is people with middle income or lower income group, they'll be postponing. I am healthy. I don't need any insurance. Why to invest money? It's like vehicle. They don't get back the money. So what I would say is to get the insurance when they are young, so that the premium is less and they can afford it. So they can reap the benefit of that thing.
so that is like paying it forward.
Exactly. Exactly.
Fantastic, fantastic. Now, since you have gone through two different streams, like one is being a doctor and serving people, the other one is being an entrepreneur and growing your business, and also maintaining that ethics and moral values in place. So, if you wanted to do all over this once again, like from the beginning, like what would one thing you want to change if you want to advise yourself, or one thing you want to change in your younger self, what would that be?
Okay, that is bit interesting. So you want me to go back to my younger self? Uh, Let me tell you, um, this probably in youth or in college days, we were not well off to afford for the luxuries, and I had two or three pairs of shirts and pants. So when this Wednesday comes, it's a color dress day. So for me, it's a nightmare. You know what color to wear, what differently I can wear, because hardly there are two or three pairs are there. So I used to borrow shirts, then sandals, even cash also from my friends, and they were kind enough to lend me sometimes, if not every time. So somewhere I was upset that time that not able to enjoy life kind of thing. So I was upset with myself. I was upset with my parents. So now, if I look back, um, I would have appreciated, or I would have some gratitude for my parents and my friends who had supported me at that point of time. So I can say gratitude was really missing. Now, if I want to rewind that, or if I want to go back, then I would have acknowledged them, appreciated them, and yeah, I would have enjoyed those little small moments. So yeah, now anyway, I'm complete about that. So yeah, good.
Fantastic, fantastic. Yes, of course, there are only two narratives in the history of humanity, they say. One is struggle, the other one is progress. So we all have our share of struggle and progress. That's the reason why the world is still rolling forward and going around the sun, I would say. So now,
Absolutely.
yeah, now we have come to the second segment of this show, which is asking you to share one or two pieces of advice or some tips for our viewers today.
Okay, so I want to share tips which has helped me personally. First one is be a constant learner. So be in that learning domain whenever you get a chance. And at the same time, whatever learning is there, the implementation should be there. Otherwise, the learning becomes a waste. So same time, action should be there. I believe output should be more than input. So that brings workability and that gives result. So that is one tip. That is learn and implement. Second advice is integrity and ethics, whether it can be in life or in business. So that takes you a very long way. And although these integrity and ethics, they sound very serious words, but it will attract a lot of people to us. And over a period of time, once we master it, then probably we'll have a lot of fun, and it brings a lot of workability in many areas of life. So these are the two advice I want to give.
Fantastic. Learn and act is one thing, and integrity and ethics, follow your
Exactly.
values. That is the other one.
Yes.
Fantastic,
Yeah.
fantastic. Thank you so much. So our viewers are also, like, looking forward for a very useful resource or a key idea, or a big idea, or one big resource, or a software, or a book, or some kind of a recommendation that you want to give them today on this show. What would that be?
So you are asking for one resource, which
Yes,
is, I think you have put me in a tough spot
the,
because
the best one.
many best one. Okay, because I have gained from various resources. It's not one resource,
Correct.
but I'll tell you what I firmly believe. I read a lot of books. In those books, a lot of biographies I read, and I've read biographies of leaders, then scientists, then a lot of entrepreneurs, then humanitarians. So, what I have found in those biographies is I could see the people lives, the difficulties they have faced, the risk taking ability, then the decision confrontation they have overcome. So all those things you can imagine and you can relate yourself. Although these biographies may not be directly giving solution for your particular domain or business, but somewhere those insights and principles will apply for any industry. So I recommend biographies to go through. And recent one I have read about this book called as I have this book here. This is called The Ride of a Lifetime. This is a biography of Robert Iger. He is a CEO of Walt Disney Company. So I have completed this book. So a wonderful book for creative leadership. How a common man who was a light boy in a small studio grew to become a CEO of a multi-billion-dollar company. So that is really inspiring, the way he has taken risk and the way he has navigated through all the corporate challenges. So that's a book I recommend to read.
Fantastic, fantastic. Thank you. The reason I ask for resources from all of our guests is if everybody shares one resource, and if you are doing like 20, 30 interviews like this in a quarter, our readers, our viewers are going to benefit or get 30 new resources, and that too from people who have used it and benefited from those resources. That's important. That's the idea here. Thank you very much for contributing to the growth of all our viewers here. It was so nice to have you on this show, and we all wish you all the very best in your both your social ventures as well as your business and your profession. We wish you all the very best. Thank you once again, Dr. Sunil Kumar, for coming on this show on 3, 2, 1. Live limitless.
Thank you, Ram, for giving the opportunity. Good luck for you. Thank you.